Hi, this is Jade. Today, we're gonna practice 3 shelf voicings for beginners, often used by jazz piano players, and play one of the jazz standards, All of Me, with them. First thing first, if you don't recall the last lesson's basic shelf voicing, please watch it first and come back here. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. First, 3 steps of shelf voicing. First of all, we need to learn and practice 3 steps of shelf voicings with 2-5-1 chord progression. The first step is 2-note voicing. This is just playing root and one of the guide tones on your left hand. There are 2 types of 2 notes voicing on 2-5-1. The bottom note is always the root note, so the difference is the top note progression. Type 1, root 10 sevenths, root 10 third, root 10 sevenths. Type 2, root 10 third, root 10 sevenths, root 10 third. For example, let's play them on C major key. In 2-5-1, you can start from root and sevenths. As you can see, top notes start with sevenths on D minor 7, third on G7, and sevenths again on C major 7. On the contrary, let's play them in third, seventh, and third. When you play jazz standards, you can choose between the 2 voicings depending on the melody. Okay, then let's play the 2-note voicing with 2-5-1 on all 12 keys. First, top notes are 7th, 3rd, 7th. Second, top notes are 3rd, 7th, 3rd. You can download my 12 keys practice sheet music in description and practice them. Second, 3-note voicing. Playing an additional guide tone with the right hand on the 2-note voicing can add depth and complexity to the harmony. This technique is often used in jazz piano to enrich the choral texture. For example, look at this. When you're playing root 10 sevenths with your left hand on C major 7th, you should play the 3rd with your right hand. Okay, let's play on the piano. First of all, at D minor 7th of 2-5-1, let's start with root 10 sevenths on the left hand and 3rd on the right hand. And we're able to start with 7th as a top note at D minor 7th. So the point is that the 2-note voicing plus another guide tone equals 3-note voicing. Like 2-note voicings, we're gonna do 12 keys practice for this, and there are 2 options. First, top notes are 3rd, 7th, 3rd. On the other way, top notes are 7th, 3rd, 7th. In a nutshell, two voicings so far only have root and guide tones, so it's called shell voicing. Third, chord tone voicing. Now, we're gonna use chord tones for voicing. That is, we'll use the fifth note. 2 and 3 notes voicing are good to apply to guide tones of melodies. But what if the melodies are root, fifth, or tension note? Let's do this. Chord tone voicing depends on melody lines and chords. In jazz, the 3 fundamental chords are the major, minor, and dominant sevenths. So, we're gonna make some voicings for them in C major key. First of all, when the melody is the root note, we could play them like this. Major and minor voicing are root fifth on the left hand and third root on the right hand. And in dominant, it's root seventh and third root. Okay, let's give it a try on the C major key. Then, what if the melody is fifth note? How can we play them? In case of this, regardless of the chords, we use the same voicing, root seventh and third fifth. Let's play on the C major key. Last but not least, what if the melody is not a chord tone? It's called tension note. It's an extra note in a chord that is not a basic part of the chord. So all notes other than the root, third, fifth, and seventh will be called tension notes. In C major, they are D, F sharp, A, and so on. If the melody is a tension note, you can play voicings given the mood, keys, and chord progression. Anyway, when you're gonna make and play some voicings, please bear in mind these 4 tips for beginners. First, you should play at least one of the guide tones, third and seventh. Second, you don't need to play the root note on the left hand. Third, you should play voicing at least once a measure or when one chord changes to another. 4. The notes of the voicing of each chord should be played as closely as possible. This is called voice leading. So far, we've talked about how to play a total of 3 steps of voicing, 2 notes, 3 notes, and chord tone voicing. As of now, I'll show you how to use the guide tone comping from the last lesson and today's voicing in jazz piano. Before we begin, I'll outline the sequence of our practice activities. First of all, why did I choose All on Me? This song is C major, which means there are few notes with flats or sharps in the melody, and it consists of simple chords that are easy to play. All of Me has a total of 32 measures and consists of part A and B. We will analyze a lot of voicings that are suitable for each chord and melody. After analyzing all the chords, let me show you how to actually play a song with them. Let's start with the first 2 lines of part A. There are C major 7, E7, A7, and D minor 7, and each of them is 2 measures long. The melody starts with a root note C of C major 7, so we should play C, G, and E, C. Because the melody E in measure 2 is tied notes, the voicing becomes C, G, B. If a measure has no melody or tied notes, you need to play the voicing with notes lower than the previous top notes. The following 2 chords are dominant. In E7, the top notes are B and E, so the voicings are E, D, G sharp, B, and E, G sharp, D. And in A7, the top notes are A and E, so we play A, G, C sharp, A, and A, G, C sharp. Measure 7 to 8 is D minor 7, and the top notes are G and F. G is the tension note of D minor 7, which is the note between the third F and the fifth A. In this case, I usually play like this: D, A, C, G, and D, A, C. Let's look at the chords for the next 2 lines: E7, A minor 7, D7, and D minor 7 to G7. E7 is in measure 9 to 10, and the melodies are E and D. They're close to the middle C, so the voicing also plays on slightly lower notes. A tension note came out again, D in A minor 7 chord. Top note D is a D5 note, and it's a bit higher than a middle C, so we've gotta play open voicings which are played over a span larger than an octave. The next note is C, so play A, G, E. Let's see line 4. The first chord is D7, and the top notes are B and A. B is the tension note, so we'll make voicings like this. The last chords in part A are 2-5 progression. Melodies of measure 15 and 16 are fifth note A in D minor 7 and root note G in G7. So we can apply chord tone voicing to them. The first A measures of part B are definitely the same as part A, so I'll just skip this and move on to the next chords. As you can see, the chord progression of line 7 and 8 is slightly different from 2-5-1, but there's no reason to worry. Let's take a look at the chords on line 7. F major 7, F minor 6, C major 7 to E minor 7, and A7. And the first melody of them is D, D, B, 2E, B, respectively. D in F major 7 is the tension note. We'll use a total of 5 notes for voicing. The minor 6 chord consists of root, third, fifth, and sixth note of melody minor scale, so the chord tones of the F minor 6 are F, A flat, C, and D. If the melody is the sixth note in the minor 6, play the root, fifth, sixth, and third 6. In C major 7 to E minor 7, the top notes are fifth and root respectively, so let's play chord tone voicing. And B is the tension of A7, it's better to make a voicing with all the chord tones. Lastly, line 8 is a typical 2-5-1 in C major, D minor 7, G7, and C major 7. As you can see, only E of measure 30 is G7's tension note. And this song ends with C major 7, so add the descending root and fifth walking bass at the end. Okay, we've just made some voicings based on melodies and chords of All of Me. I'll play the whole song first, and I hope you guys watch and practice it yourself. Plus, don't forget to practice 3 steps of voicing. I really appreciate all of you for watching my lesson so far. We talked about 2 and 3 notes voicing at first and practiced chord tone voicing with 5th note added. And then we played All of Me with them. At the end of today's lesson, we learned all the basics about guide tones and chord tones and became proficient in playing solos and voicings in jazz. As of the next lesson, we're gonna get into the world of tension notes. First, we'll analyze the tension notes available in major, minor, and dominant chords. And then, we're gonna make use of them for comping and solo. I would be grateful if my video could assist you in enhancing your jazz piano abilities. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.